Hi, this is Sarah from Meeting Hub. In this tutorial, we're going to look at how we configure rooms, spaces, or assets. A Meeting Hub room, space, or asset is a bookable space within one of your locations. Your organisation may have a single or many bookable spaces across single or many locations. You might have a space that has different configurations. For example, a parent space that can be divided into two child spaces. Spaces can be configured to be hired by the hour, half, or full day, and may have additional services such as a projector or whiteboard associated with them. Let's have a look at how we navigate to the Rooms, Spaces, Assets page. From the Admin panel, select Manage Space Facilities, and then click on Rooms, Spaces, Assets. You'll then be presented with a list view of the spaces set up for your organisation. Just noting here that Meeting Hub set up an initial space for your organisation when we create your database, and then you can edit the details for that space as you need. Let's have a look at the Action button. Viewing the space details displays information relating to the space and its settings. The settings include the space capacity, that is the maximum number of people that the space can hold, the setup time required, and the post-booking time required to reset the space. The rates of the space are also held here. Editing a space allows changes to be made to the configuration for the space. Should a space no longer be available, it can be deactivated using the deactivate option. Should a space become available in the future, it can be reactivated when you're ready. When a space is deactivated, booking data will still be visible in Meeting Hub reporting and for billing purposes. However, you won't be able to search or manage historical bookings under the Manage Bookings List Bookings menu for this space. If you do need to manage a booking in a space that has been deactivated, you will first need to activate the space. If a space is permanently decommissioned, it can be removed by selecting Archive. Let's have a look at how we add a new space to your organisation. Simply click on the plus button at the top right of the screen and select the centre that the space is associated with. I'm going to navigate back to Room Spaces Assets and have a look at a space that's been set up so we can look at the fields in detail. We can see that this space has been associated with the Rockefeller Centre. Just noting that this is a mandatory field indicated by the asterisk, and any fields without an asterisk are not mandatory. The space name displays when searching for a space on the booking page, the confirmation page, and on the billing file. It also displays on the calendar to show upcoming bookings. Capacity seating. This is the maximum number of people that the space can hold. If multiple options are available for your space, these can be set at the meeting room description field. If your space is on a particular floor within the building, it's a good idea to note that here so that your customers know which floor your meeting space is on. Minimum booking hours and minutes can be set to show the minimum booking duration that a booking can be made for. Maximum booking hours and minutes is where we set the maximum booking duration that the booking can be made for. By default, we set this to 23:59. Bookable start and end times are the settings that control the times during which your customers can book the space. The settings can be overridden by your organisation's business centre admins if required. Within the space description field, you can enter a description about the space which displays on the search results page to all users. Please note, only the first 150 characters are displayed. However, the user is able to click Read More to read the full description that is longer than 150 characters. You can use this field to describe the features and location of the room. If there are any specific requirements for booking this space, you can also list them here. Space types can be categorised based on the type of space that they are. For example, meeting room, recreation, hot desk. These space types can then be searched by your customers when checking for availability. Organisations that track revenue within their accounting system with different general ledger codes based on space types will want to configure these general ledger codes within the organisation's settings. Spaces are either active, meaning it displays as a bookable space, or inactive, meaning it does not display as a bookable space. Use the feature to remove spaces that are temporarily unavailable without having to archive the space. Preparation time relates to the amount of time required between bookings. By adding a preparation time onto a space, it creates a buffer between bookings and prevents a booker from making a back-to-back booking. Additional services or amenities such as a projector, plasma TV, tea and coffee, etc. can be loaded onto each meeting room at a per person, per hour or flat rate. These show as bookable items on the main booking page and can be added as additional charges to an existing booking. If an amenity isn't showing as an option on your space, make sure it's been selected on the Organisation Settings page. Spaces can be configured with hourly, half-day and full-day rates. These rates are the default rates for the space. If you do not configure an hourly rate, it's important to set a minimum booking duration that matches your rates. For example, if you only have half-day and full-day rates, you should set a minimum booking duration of 4 hours. This is set at the top of this page in the minimum booking time. Meeting Hub allows up to 5 images of your spaces to be uploaded. Select the Upload Image button and multi-select the images you'd like to upload. Each image can be up to 1 megabyte in size. The Combined Spaces feature allows an organisation to configure 2 child spaces and then combine them to create a parent space. This is particularly useful when there is a space that features a retractable wall. Meeting Hub uses real-time availability. Therefore, if one of the child spaces is booked, the parent space will not display as available. Likewise, if the parent space is booked, neither child space will display as available for bookings. To combine spaces, first there must be 2 spaces configured of the same space type. These are known as child spaces. Now a parent space must be created. This will be the 2 child spaces to be combined. It also needs to be the same space type as the child space. Once the parent space has been created, the Combine Spaces button at the bottom of the Edit Space page should be clicked. Now select the 2 child spaces and then click Combine Spaces followed by Save. Just noting that the Save button is at the bottom of the page and should be clicked any time that a change is made to the page. This concludes the tutorial around rooms, spaces, assets.